Okay. It took forever. Nice, Marina.
Hey, I had to check my teeth.
Okay. Rock and roll, guys.
We're recording?
My screen says that, but I didn't get that message. Did you guys get that?
Yeah, no, she said sometimes it doesn't pop up. Or it doesn't,
It says recording on top.
Good, okay.
Yeah, we're good.
All right, hello, everybody. So the host started recording. Awesome. It's in gallery view. Awesome. We're going to move on to part 2, introductions. I'm Marina. I'm the facilitator for this meeting. Aaron, would you like to go next?
Aaron, I'm the challenger for this meeting.
No, I'm the challenger.
What is it for module 3? I don't remember. We have to go back.
You're the timekeeper.
Timekeeper. There we go. I'm the timekeeper for this meeting.
Oh my lord.
I was the submitter. I'm the submitter for this meeting.
Yeah, Cheyenne is the timekeeper then, because.
For context for Dr. Chanley, we're doing this out of order. So we did module 4 stuff. Now we're back in module 3.
Right.
Who knows?
So I'm the submitter. Isadora, you can go.
Okay, sorry. I'm Isadora. I'm the challenger of this weekend. Amber?
Oh my goodness. My name is Amber. And I was the jokester for this module, but not for this agenda, because all I have is other Harry Potter jokes, so I apologize. Paul?
Are you calling me out, or is it my turn to go? Because
both.
I sounded like you were mad. My name is Paul, and I'm the host and Aaron's stepdad. Diane, you're up.
I might not mind that, actually.
Okay, wow. I'm the timekeeper. As the timekeeper, we're going to keep going.
Thank you, Cheyenne.
Agreed.
Right. Moving on to agenda item 3, let's review and discuss the written feedback from the other team. Before we start, I will say, let's try not to get too defensive, though it is a natural reaction.
Certainly.
I actually wrote a note in my agenda that just says kill them. I forgot that I wrote that, so as soon as I opened it up just now, I was like dying.
Okay, does everybody have it pulled up?
Yes.
I'm so sorry. It's so bad.
Okay, so on the left-hand side of Canvas, go to groups, and it's the
groups?
Yeah. There is under the announcement, it says Team 10 review of Team 1.
I don't have it.
It should have been emailed to you as well.
Yeah.
Also, that's where I pulled it out.
Do you know the date it was emailed by chance?
No.
Oh, I found it.
I will say that in our text messages, we all ripped apart the format like Cheyenne.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
Dr. Chanley said that when she copied it into Word doc, the format got messed up. Maybe that's not on them. But
either way, they didn't have a lot to say, so.
Yeah.
What about you and me? So we're good.
I know we've all read it already because we talked about it in our group chat.
I can't find mine. But you read.
No, we'll wait for you.
I don't know where it is. I read it.
Go to your email, and on September 16th, it was emailed to us. And it the subject line is Team 10's review of Team 1.
Sorry. Got it.
Okay. Sorry. Do we want to go through and read it, or do we just want to start a discussion on it?
I think we should just go through and address it. Let's read it.
Okay. I can start off. So they put their title, their authors. Okay, purpose. Assessing teams improves goal attainment and enriches relationships and enhances performance. The purpose of this review is to assess Team 1's social processes within their meeting and to provide feedback with strategic suggestions to better these processes. In our charter, we stated Team 10's purpose is to actively support each other while implementing our virtual team skills and bringing our individual experiences together to discuss and create knowledge. Paul, would you like to go next?
Assessment of team performance. Communication expectations. Identify strategies needed to close learning gaps. Is everyone contributing? Respectful tone and nonverbal communication, which that's not a question. Is there encouragement? Question mark. Celebration and support expressed throughout the meeting. Popcorn format did not allow for a lot of teaching and dialogue/debate on topics and discussion points. It seemed that the team was bored with the reading and topic, and it showed through in their discussion and body language.
Whoa.
Amber,
No way.
you're up. Amber.
Me? Oh, I thought you said. Okay.
Who did you say?
Amber, are you okay?
Amber.
You said Amber? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
5 times.
Read about me, please.
So, seeing that Isadora was the quietest and singled out for the teapot rather than being included in the discussion, felt that she was placed out of or in an out group. For preparedness, is it clear that everyone completed all the learning material? Did they collectively assure they turned in their notes? Did they create any systems to enhance their preparedness? Popcorn format did not allow for a lot of teaching and dialogue debate on topics and discussion points. That's literally.
They have that written in twice, and they also have the same thing written in twice with the team board and reading topic.
Okay. Marina, you want to go, or did you start us? You started us.
I started us.
I can go.
Okay, Aaron, you go next.
I'm going to skip the part where they repeated themselves twice and going to go to some members. So some members did not take the time to go through the material thoroughly, including all announcements, instructions, modules, articles, videos, and book reading. Organization or roles clearly stated. Does meeting flow effectively? I had a hard time knowing who the facilitator was during this discussion, possibly because the popcorn format did not allow for someone to guide the team. Okay.
Pause. I feel like one person wrote this.
Yes, I noticed that too.
Well, hold on. They might have done what we did, is they all posted their thoughts and then just copy and pasted.
Yeah. I
They
mean,
should
either
have
way,
done-
they should have fixed
So
it.
like one person wrote it, but if it's in here, it's possible that the group agreed on it and they just didn't fix the format because they're idiots. So yeah, to be fair,
It's okay.
unpause.
Cheyenne, do you want to go?
Yeah. Aaron was a timekeeper, but at no time did he mention the team's use of time, nor did we hear any agreement of how they would assess going over a set allotment of time. Strategic suggestions. Aaron, keep your camera on a stationary table. Seemed like your camera was consistently moving around, which we found distracting. Has anybody else not read, or should I just finish that?
Me,
I
didn't
just-
read.
Dora.
Go
Yeah.
for it.
If team members are having technical issues with the assignments, example, using link, use your external chat to engage team members for help. Add more encouragement and support within conversation. The team had a lot of humor, and that was great. Try to eliminate distractions. For example, Shelby locks her cats outside of her room while we have our meeting.
Honestly, at first I thought they got one of your names wrong, and then I realized.
I know. I was like, did they mean Cheyenne?
That's what I thought too. It's okay.
So I guess if we just want to start talking about it, I'm very confused. I just feel like a lot of it wasn't like, okay, so the purpose, let's go back to what the purpose was to assess team improvement, or to assessing teams improves goal attainment, enriches relationships, and enhances performance. The purpose of this review is to assess teams' social processes within their meeting and to provide feedback with strategic suggestions. But I don't know, it just seemed like none of it was strategic, and they repeated themselves twice, and then I just feel kind of attacked,
As well, you should.
Am I allowed to feel attacked?
You
No,
are.
you're a white male.
As well.
Yeah, I'm a white male. Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
It's okay, because what am I? I got singled out. But sorry.
Oh yeah. And like, what do they mean by They said that you were placed in an out group. What
I
does
think
that
that
even mean?
It could even be taken out of context because our meetings were very long. Like, what 30 minutes were y'all looking at? Were y'all even looking at the same 30 minutes?
True.
I will
so
say their outgroup comment made me think of what Dr. Chanley first said about Amber, how she was just physically placed farther back, which ended up not being real, but maybe that's how they perceived
Okay.
Aura.
Yeah,
But
but they
then
said
it's
they said she was placed in an out group. You chose which team you wanted to join, right?
No, like in group versus out group. It's
Like
like
clicks.
Oh,
It's
okay.
as if-
how we treat.
kind of like
Isadora, do
the
you feel like
Android
you're in an out group
versus
Isadora?
all the iPhones. You know, that type of language is unnecessary.
This is not a language. Okay.
Oh, yes, it was.
No.
That was
It is
an
actually.
example.
I'm going to give my feedback from
Yes.
the team. I felt like it wasn't a constructive feedback. They just didn't analyze as a team. We were supposed to kind of give them a team feedback, and I feel like they singled out little things. Maybe the part that they picked on the video wasn't necessarily the part that looks like I was in, but it's okay. But I feel like what I put in is like we are very active. We joke around and we like very comfortable with each other. Maybe
Certainly.
they didn't notice that. So my feedback for them is like, maybe you should think about what a constructive feedback is. But I did not take anything for offensive because it doesn't bother me. Literally, I'm just like, that's how you see something, and that's how it is. I'm sorry. I feel like if you were a leader, you would have a better approach. And you guys stop typing.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
Paul, you need to behave yourself. This is unacceptable. We literally have
I'm
to
so
finish
sorry,
a
guys. I just had a
30-minute
coughing fit.
Marina did. Oh, hello. He's up.
Sorry, I just had a coughing fit. I didn't mean to come out of frame there. Sorry.
All right, I'm the challenger. I challenge you guys to stop this and focus because we need to keep on going because otherwise we're going to be here forever.
I told
Yeah.
Marina she was
Something.
distracted. She wouldn't leave me alone.
Okay, moving on. Who hasn't given a feedback, please?
I will go next. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Cheyenne.
That's okay. Go for it.
Okay. Well, so first off, just to like clarify, especially because I know a few people were talking about Isadora, you don't feel like you're in an out group, right?
No, I didn't. And
All
I
right.
don't.
Good.
Perfect.
Good.
Because I don't feel like
I-
everybody is in an out group. I feel like we're an in group. But
I think that meeting, remember my headset had a problem, so I have to keep
Yeah.
turning it off.
yeah.
So I couldn't, like, you guys would hear that little noise in the back, but it was my headset. So maybe that's why. I don't know.
I think that was the meeting that we figured it out, that it was your
Yeah,
headset
that was my
as
headset.
well.
Yeah. Okay, so overall, like without taking all of my defensiveness out of it, I felt like they did definitely make a few observations that I just felt like were interpreted differently than how we feel about them. I.e. like the teapot thing and like I know I never noticed Aaron's computer moving around a lot. But then again, like maybe that's me being defensive, and so if they were distracted by that, then like maybe that's something we can like work on because I know sometimes mine moves around.
Which
But-
I don't think is a big deal. Like, really, is that really a distracting thing? Like, sure, a cat might be distracting because it's really cute, but like, is like a little camera movement really gonna bother anyone? Like, I just
Not
Right.
especially.
it just seemed really
Yeah.
mundane.
I would say even nitpicky, and I know that when we
Yeah.
went through feedback, we specifically didn't single anyone out because it was to be addressing their
Team.
overall team performance.
Yeah.
So
And then the other thing I'll say is, like one of the questions is they focused a lot about the popcorn format, which I feel like it works for us. I felt like it's better than like going in the same order because then, you know, if you're always going last, you're always going first. I feel like it's just a different dynamic. First, when you're just getting called on by someone, I feel like for me, it keeps me more engaged because I don't know when I'm going to be going. So I'm like actively listening to what people are saying and thinking like, okay, well, that's what I was thinking. And I could build off this point because of that. And so, yeah, let's see. Who would like to go next?
Cheyenne.
Oh, Cheyenne.
So I think we have to take this with like a grain of salt because like a lot of it is context and I feel like if you're not like watching our team from the get-go, like you're not gonna get really how we work. And so like the teapot thing, like that's an inside joke, like I feel like, and the popcorn thing, like Marina was saying, that's what works for us. I guess to go off, try to find something that we can really go off of in this. They made a comment about for the timekeeper, for example, and this was one of our earlier meetings where I will say in our earlier meetings, I don't know if we were comfortable with bringing up like, hey, like this meeting's running long, like let's cut it back. But I feel like since this meeting, the meeting that they observed took place, like we felt more comfortable in that role. So that's something that we've grown from, in my opinion.
That's a really good point.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yes, definitely.
I would want to say, and even Dr. Chanley commented on this, their comment on the board body language and discussion. I'm not going to argue. We openly say multiple times in our recorded meetings that we're kind of bored with material.
But understand, I mean, it's just like we're not supposed to be defensive about any feedback. How can there be defense about, okay, I didn't really care for this article, but this is what I took from it.
Right.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Just like I was able to say, I really enjoyed this particular article. Why wouldn't we also be able to address, I didn't like it, but this is what I did take from it.
Right.
Yeah.
I will say that's true. You're going to have things that don't interest you, and it's okay to say that. But I guess taking their comment and then taking Dr. Chanley's comment, maybe we as a group can still be a little bit more conscientious about like, yeah, I was bored, but this is the main takeaway I took, even if it wasn't revelational to you, just being able to state that. Like remember, you and I were singled out for being able to do that, and I've seen all four of the others be able to do that too.
Yeah.
Maybe we just need to be more consistent about it, you know?
Okay. Maybe.
Otherwise, yeah, a lot of this stuff is kind of dismissed.
It just seemed nitpicky, and like they just needed something to write down, and they literally wrote down something twice. 2 different bullet points written down twice. I don't know if that was part of.
Again,
I don't know. That might have been the Word doc putting it into Word doc might have done that.
Okay.
I will
But
say
they
it makes
didn't
me
really have a lot either. though.
No, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like we had like 3 whole like decently thought out paragraphs.
I will say it makes me appreciate that we gave our team like suggestions.
Yeah.
And we took a whole section to just say, hey, you also did these things really well.
Yes.
Whereas these
That really
guys,
is constructive.
yeah,
Mhm.
They
like
gave us like one thing about our humor,
right,
and that was
like
it.
Aaron said, they were just highlighting little tiny things, and then even with those things, they didn't say how to fix it.
Yeah.
Like so, it was kind of hollow, you know.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I would love to debate with Team 10 against Team
Let's
1.
kill them.
Oh, that would
For-
be
For the record,
we should
I would
set
be
that
here for the yes,
Hope
Dr.
thing.
Chanley, for a final assignment. Can we please have a debate of a
Dude, imagine 12 people in a chat screaming at each other like
Would we be yelling though? Would it be a screaming match? I'm just
I don't know, I
saying.
feel like a battle royale.
It sounds like we wouldn't scream, but they would.
I feel
Yeah.
like you're right, Paul.
I would be the spokesman, guys. So that means with my teapot, and I'll be like, hey, let's go.
Just be like, hello.
I'll bring popcorn,
we're
which I
all-
love. It's like my favorite snack, so I'll bring the popcorn. Absolutely. Mhm.
I'll bring my cat.
Bring the cat too. That's fine.
Also, okay, so I gotta say this, like, if my cat ever shows up to our meeting, she has really bad separation anxiety. So, like,
You're good.
Honestly, like, you know, I don't think a cat's that distracting. I honestly, I mean, if, you know, I guess if Dr. Chanley cares enough, like, we shouldn't, but if it happens, it happens. I'm not gonna, like,
Right, like it's not
it's
something.
not the worst.
Right.
Whoa, there's a cat. Like, everyone pay attention to the cat now. Like, you know, I don't know. It's not a big deal.
Okay, guys.
Quick time.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Has anybody, like, any other comments or
I
discussion
don't think
points?
so. There wasn't really a lot. of
No, we
them
covered
here.
everything.
Any questions for Dr. Chanley?
not for Dr. Chanley, but for
I would like to, yeah, I do have a question. I would like to know what kind of grade did this feedback receive? Or do
Ooh,
you
that's
think,
a good question.
only because I know the effort that we put forth, and I'm like, if y'all got also 100% just for completing it, is that fair? I'm just
You can't tell us
Right.
that though.
No, you can't tell us. I'm just saying when we're assessing this, is ours graded in a similar manner than this, just based off of our completion, or
I did have a question that, like, when I read through the feedback and then I went through the agenda for this meeting, I had a question I wanted to put, and I don't know if she's comfortable answering, but I would like to know her opinion on their feedback. Are there things they brought up that she agrees with?
Agreed. Not necessarily the grade itself, but
I would like to know her opinion. She's like, yeah, they were right about this for you guys, or they were off base with this for you guys. Because she knows us more than they do. Like Amber said, it's like super contextual. If you miss one thing, you're gonna misunderstand something down the road. So if you're comfortable, Dr. Chanley, I would love to hear how you think about it. And your feedback to all of our meetings has been really positive and helpful, but specifically to this feedback, I'd love to know.
And I would actually, Dr. Chanley, I'd be curious to see, like, do you think we were, like, defensive towards the feedback? Because I felt like,
we were.
what we said.
We were.
Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like there's, like, some facts behind what we were saying. But, yeah. Okay, any other questions?
No.
All right, how do we think this meeting went? I know we've kind of
I got a stepdad out of it, so pretty good, I guess.
Had a what?
I got a stepdad out of it, so I mean, pretty good, I guess.
Careful, Aaron. I think you're putting Paul into an out group. So
No. I'm putting me into an dad.
Oh my god.
needed to stop. Oh my goodness.
Okay, moving on. Any changes to the next meeting? We kind of did all of these in the meeting we literally just had. So
Yeah.
any changes?
No.
Cool.
No.
We know the next meeting time, and we'll put it in the Google Doc, and we know the roles and date and time. Cool.
I'm
All
the
right, great,
submitter for the next
everybody.
meeting, right?
What?
I'm the submitter for the next meeting, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and I'll put our meeting time in for us, or I'll update that.
Okay.
Okay. See you guys next Friday.
All right.
Great one.
See ya.
Good night. Bye-bye.